Hello, everyone. It's Jess Tomlinson, your Radiant Self-Care Coach. And I'm so excited because in a few days, we are going to be gathering together for the Radiance Gathering, which is my upcoming webinar where we are going to kick guilt to the freaking curb, because I don't know about you, but I am so over feeling guilty. And that's why I created this video, or I'm creating this video for you today, is because I have my own guilty story to share with you. And that is that just recently I came into a little conflict where I was supposed to go to my friend's bachelorette party. But the date moved and it ended up being the same weekend that's coming up, which is also my boyfriend's 30th birthday weekend. So I have been in quite a pickle and really feeling guilty over wanting to be with my friend to celebrate this big moment in her life where she is going to be single for the last few days. And she's just been a really special person in my life. So I've been wanting to be at that bachelorette party, and to learn that the date changed and that it was the same weekend as my boyfriend's 30th birthday was really devastating news to me. And I started to feel guilty that I wanted to be with her. And so I wanted to take you through kind of 3 steps that I took myself through so I could break free from these guilty chains, or what I like to call the guilty gangsta, who oftentimes holds us hostage in our own lives. So number 1, I asked myself, well, why am I feeling guilty? And the answer that came to me is I'm feeling guilty because I want to be with my boyfriend on his birthday. And I feel bad that I also want to be with my friend for her bachelorette party. So I got clear on that. Number 2, I asked myself, well, okay, so what does this mean? Like, why am I really feeling guilty? And the answer that came to me is that I am feeling guilty about that, wanting that, because I feel like I should be a good girlfriend and be with him for his entire birthday weekend. And so when I got clear on that, I was able to dive one step deeper and go to number 3, which is to ask myself, well, okay, what would happen if I didn't be with him on his birthday? Like, what could that possibly mean? And that's where we really dive deep and get to the juicy, heart-centered answers that come up. And the answer that came up for me is, well, I feel guilty about this, and what might happen is if I'm not there with him on his birthday weekend, he might not love me anymore. And that would be horrible. So, the next step that you should ask yourself, the next thing that you should ask yourself is that fear that's coming up because of your guilt really the truth? And for me, I knew that not being with him on his birthday would not mean that he wouldn't love me anymore. What it might mean, which is a more realistic fear, is that he might be upset with me. And so what you can do in those situations is have a conversation with the person to really learn, like, will they be upset? So I called my boyfriend and just let him know, this struggle. I was feeling guilty and that I really did want to be with my friend. And from there, I was surprised to learn that he was willing to negotiate. And so I will be there with him on his birthday. But I'm also going to be able to go and be with my friend for her bachelorette. So there is always a way to kick this guilty gangster to the curb. It's not easy always, which is why I'm having this webinar, the Radiance Gathering, where I'm going to be able to answer all of your burning questions around the guilt that's coming up in your life, so together we can break free once and for all. So if you want to join me, and this sounds great, I'm going to be giving my expert self-care coaching advice. It's a complete Q&A webinar, which is new for me. You can register by going to tinyurl.com/radiance gathering, and I really hope that you will join me. Oh, and one more thing, there is a big bonus during this webinar, anybody who joins me live will get their name put in the hat to win a totally free 60-minute Bliss Plan planning session, which is a coaching session with me where we're going to be able to dive deep and uncover your deepest desires and then really create an easy plan so that you can effortlessly receive those things that you desire in your life and experience total bliss. If that sounds good for you, then again, go to tinyurl.com/radiance gathering. And I really, really, really hope to see you ladies there on the webinar with me. Mwah! Have a beautiful day.